Welcome to Interlagos and this man's possible date with destiny. Alonso has a 25-point lead over Raikkonen, and that means that any kind of podium finish today for Alonso will make him world champion. So 71 laps of Interlagos, Raikkonen, Montoya and Alonso is go! And here they come up over the hill right towards us. Montoya has not got a good enough start, and neither has Raikkonen. He goes down the inside though of Fisichella, who goes defensive. Raikkonen up onto the rumble strips. Alonso leads. Coming up the hill out of Junção corner, he can more or less push it home now. Fernando Alonso will cross the line to become the youngest ever Formula One world champion. Well done, Fernando Alonso! The new generation is taking over. We have a new world champion for the first time since 1999. It's Fernando Alonso. What a great moment that was. Just typically in character of the man as well. As you say, so controlled, so studied, so thoughtful. But then that outlet of emotion. 24 years old, he's a world champion.
I'm extremely happy, and it's a very emotional day for me, and I did a good race.
Well, Michael Schumacher is 90 minutes from retirement, and if he wins the race today with Fernando Alonso not scoring a World Championship point, he will have his 8th World Drivers' Championship to stick in the scrapbook. As it's been all season, this is Alonso's championship to lose.
We arrived in a good position, and we tried to make our best and do the final part of the job.
The Brazilian Grand Prix of 2006 is underway. Look at Jarno Trulli. Alonso goes down the inside of him, but he's very cautious, Alonso, and it's given Barrichello the chance to attack Alonso, but Alonso keeps the line. Michael Schumacher gets squeezed out there a little bit. The two BMWs are still in front of him, as is Ralf Schumacher as they head down the back straight.
Look at that, Schumacher around the outside of Fisichella. Fisichella's got to hang on to it. Schumacher will need to go left immediately. Surely we're going to see the Renault slithering up the inside. We do, but he's not been brave enough. He's released Michael. Michael's got completely out of shape.
Look at the left rear. He's got a puncture. He touched Fisichella's front wing, as you say, and it's all going pear-shaped for Michael Schumacher. Here comes Alonso, the new world champion. Back-to-back world championships for him. He's the youngest man ever to be a double world champion, and one of only 6 in the history of the sport to win back-to-back titles. That's how hard it is to do.
Thank you guys, thank you. Both championships again. Thank you for all these years. It has been a pleasure for me to work with you. With this success, I wish you the best for the future.
There is the champion. Alonso celebrates his championship. Back-to-back world titles for the Spaniard. For Renault, the Constructors' champions. And Alonso, the Drivers' champion. Well, Lewis Hamilton could be 90 minutes away from becoming the first rookie world champion. Fernando Alonso might join an elite group of drivers to have won 3 consecutive world titles. And Kimi Raikkonen, well, can he become the 3rd driver from the tiny kingdom of Finland to claim the Formula One World Championship? Massa goes across, Hamilton covers, and Raikkonen looks like he's gone round the outside of him. Mark Webber has had a wonderful start. Can he get past Fernando Alonso? Little bit of a moment there for Raikkonen. Alonso side by side with Lewis Hamilton, and Alonso pushes his way past. That was a hesitant start by Lewis Hamilton, and the net result is that he's got 2 Ferraris and Alonso in front of him. Alonso tries to block. Hamilton looks desperate here.
Oh, Lewis is trying to fight Alonso and doesn't need to do that. He's gone way too deep in turn 4. Now he's in trouble. He's out of sync in terms of the speed of the rest of the pack.
Is that Hamilton slowing? It is. Lewis Hamilton's in trouble. What's happening? Is this the end of the World Championship dream for Lewis Hamilton? Is Raikkonen going to come out in front, or is it going to be Massa? Massa looks like he's got the momentum. A little bit of extra turn to take. Raikkonen is up to speed. He now launches it down the main straight. There is Massa, and that puts Raikkonen in the lead of the race and on his way, would you believe it, to the World Championship, unless Alonso and Hamilton can do something about this. He came here 3rd out of 3. He's going away in the lead. He is going to be world champion. Kimi Raikkonen wins the Brazilian Grand Prix. His first victory here, the 15th of his career, and by no doubt the most important.
By my calculations, we win the championship by 1 point.
He's got his emotions under control, Kimi Raikkonen, but he is the champion of the world. This is the place where the championships get decided these days. The last two world champions, Kimi Raikkonen and Fernando Alonso, both clinched their titles here. And today, either Lewis Hamilton or Felipe Massa will join them in that elite group. It's a cautious getaway from Hamilton. He's running down. Raikkonen is in front of him, and you can see that Alonso has not been able to make ground on him. Vettel isn't going to take any chances. Kovalainen nursemaids his teammate through and then shuts the door on Vettel, and Hamilton is safely through turn one, and you can see as they come out of the pit lane that Hamilton wants to get in front as well. So back out they come. It looks like they're behind Alonso now, though. Fernando Alonso in the Renault has got in front of them, and where has that put Lewis Hamilton in the pecking order? He's behind Vettel, he's behind Alonso as well. He's
and
lost.
Fisichella. I believe he's behind Fisichella, who was the first man to pit on to put the dry tyres on. Disaster at the moment for Lewis Hamilton.
And look at the trouble that Mass is having, keeping the car pointing in the straight line coming out of the final corners. And Kubica is, well, it's a bit naughty.
Kubica's unlapped
he's
himself.
He's a lap down, he's unlapping himself. He would argue he's entitled to do that. Hamilton lets him through, so he's got grip, but Hamilton's lost it. Oh my goodness me, Vettel's taken the place, and that could cost Hamilton the World Championship.
Oh, it's
now raining hard, and that means Glock is going to be in trouble. We're expecting Massa any time now. He comes through to claim his 6th victory of the season. He has done everything he needed to do, and we wait now to find out who will be the world champion of 2008.
And is that Glock? Is that Glock going slowly?
It is, it's Glock. Oh my goodness me, Hamilton's back in position again. 100,000 local hearts sink in the grandstands. It's handed the place back to Hamilton. He comes through, and if I'm absolutely right, I'm sure that he is going to claim 5th place, which is all he needs to do to become the 2008 Formula One world champion, Lewis Hamilton. And you will, well, the Ferrari boys are celebrating.
They both think they won, but
Ferrari are wrong. They're absolutely wrong. Hamilton's finished 5th, and Lewis, the father, has just realised that he celebrated a little bit too early.
Guys, I'm speechless. That was so freaking close.
McLaren's first Drivers' World Championship for 9 years. What an extraordinary way to clinch a championship.
Very emotional, I would say. And, I've cried. My heart's feeling so much strain right now because I think it was the same for everyone. But I'm just very proud of the team and my family as well.
Where is the championship heading, you wonder? The title that seemed to be Jenson Button's for the taking still hangs in the balance, even though he could have been scripting his acceptance speech from mid-season, it seems. Jenson Button way down in 14th on the grid, just ahead of Lewis Hamilton, champion here last year. Button, of course, just one place better than his other title rival, Sebastian Vettel, who looks to have destroyed his challenge by qualifying so poorly. And remember, if Barrichello and Vettel retire from the race, then Button would be crowned world champion no matter where he finished. It's all to drive for over 71 laps. And we're away in Brazil, penultimate round of the championship. Barrichello looking to get in there and leads well. Straight down to where it's the first one. Look at Raikkonen coming charging through. Almost a collision there with Sutil. But Raikkonen in 3rd, but Barrichello has the crowd off their feet. He's into the lead from pole. Webber 2nd, Raikkonen to 3rd, Sutil 4th. Oh, collision there. McLaren, and that's Fisichella dancing onto the grass there.
I think Vettel was in, and Raikkonen's got a broken front wing. Webber moved over on him, and Kimi Raikkonen damaged front wing. He'll have to pit with that one. It's dangerous as much as anything, and losing an awful lot of performance. He's understeering all over the place.
Oh, there's problems there as well. That's Sutil, and there's a Toyota there. Was that Jarno Trulli? Drama on the first lap here of the Brazilian Grand Prix. So Jenson Button into the top 10. How has that transformed the race?
Whoa, nice one.
Through he comes on Buemi. Oh, he almost got gathered there by Buemi. Button having a look at Kobayashi.
Yeah, he went to go to the outside this time and duped Kobayashi a little bit. And I think Kobayashi thought, okay, I think I've held you up enough.
And now here comes Jenson Button, the 2009 world champion. Look at the relief, look at the joy. It's all now out in the open.
We are the champions, my friends. We are world champions, world champions. Woo!
there's the release. There's the victory salute, which means so much to him.
To win the World Championship in 2009 is an exceptional feeling, and one that I will never forget.
Interlagos, where 5 titles have been decided before, in a country where they know a thing or two about hat-tricks, and where one man will emerge with his own championship treble. What a start from Massa, already ahead of the 2 Red Bulls. Fernando Alonso goes round the outside as Sebastian Vettel has already lost places, getting caught in no man's land on the inside. Hamilton squirms away from Massa and Jenson Button. Paul di Resta challenging Sebastian Vettel now as we ride on board down the Retroposta towards the Skido de Lago. It was a cautious start from the championship leader. It has not played out for him. Locking up and brakes, and there goes Kimi Raikkonen wide and off the track.
And was that...
it's a Red Bull! It's a Red Bull! It's Sebastian Vettel in the middle of the track! It's the worst possible scenario for Sebastian Vettel. Up the main straight we go. Massa from Webber, and Webber pulls out onto the right-hand side, and he might be about to make a move. And here goes Fernando Alonso down the inside, and Alonso has put himself up into the podium positions by the end of the first lap. And it is Alonso's game now in the World Championship with Vettel down.
And Vettel then has gone over the line in 8th place. Vettel up to P8.
Mark Webber taking a very wide line there, lets his teammate scoot past. Button wins, Alonso second, Massa third, and we look now for the man who's once, who's twice, and is 3 times a world champion. It is Sebastian Vettel for Red Bull. What is going through Fernando Alonso's mind here, Martin?
Watching it, imagining it's him. It should have been him, he thinks.
Sebastian Vettel, first to congratulate Michael Schumacher. Great to see Schumacher finish off his career with a drive into the point as well.